Hi friends, today's class is called Liquid Spine. We're going to be moving our spine in all 5 directions. That's right, left, forward, back, and twisting. We're going to be creating a lot of space between each and every vertebra of your spine to help loosen up the entire body. This is great if you have hip pain or shoulder tension as well, because everything's connected. When you create space in the spine, we'll be tapping into different angles, opening in the hips as well as the shoulders, the neck, all that good stuff. So when you're ready, meet me on your mat. We'll begin in a child's pose. As you make your way down to child's pose, know that your options here, you can take your knees really wide to get deep into your hips, or bring your knees closer together if you want to open across the low back. Yogi's choice, just take what you need. Try to ground the forehead, soften the breath. Let the arms rest. Let the legs, the hips, the head be heavy. I want you to just soften into the shape, soften into the body, and just notice. Don't judge, just notice where you're at. We're going to take 2 deep breaths together to begin. So on your next exhale, really long exhale, empty the lungs, push all the stale air, stagnant energy out of the body. And on your inhale, begin to fill the belly for 4, 3, 2, sip in a little bit more, expand, hold at the top, 4, 3, 2, on your exhale, let it go, sigh it out, release. One more just like that. Inhale, we fill for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, big exhale to release. Letting everything go with your breath. Start to seal your lips, come back to even inhales and exhales through your nose. This is a gentle, stretchy, really juicy class, so the breath can stay soft, slow, relaxed, and deep. Maybe you close the eyes as you settle in here, connecting to your body, committing to your body, committing to your practice, this time on your mat dedicated to you. Starting to bring in a little bit of movement here. We're going to keep this child's pose shape exactly as we are. Just start to wiggle the hips side to side. It can look like a little sway, maybe a little lift of the hips. Just wiggling. You're creating space in your body here, just gently activating the hips, bringing in that movement to warm up the joints, warm up the hip socket, warm up the low back. Nice. And from here, we're going to bring that movement into the back. So little sways of the upper body, side to side. Think rocking your shoulders to the right, the left. The hands are going to stay planted down. And as you move, as you warm up, really try to exaggerate this movement. So swaying really far to the left, really far to the right, so much so that you create space on the right and left side. You'll feel it in the shoulders. Nice. One more breath here. Good. Start to reach your hands really, really far. So lengthen through the arms. Energize out of the fingers, keeping all that length up and out of the spine, out of the side bodies. Keep the child's pose in the legs. Just start to walk your hands over to the right side of the mat. So you can pause right here. Hands walk off the mat. Left hand plants on top of the right. But if you're not feeling the sensation, the lengthening on the left side, don't be afraid to walk yourself as far as you need to really get the sensation. Walking all the way around so you're parallel with your right knee. Maybe even reaching towards the back of the mat. Take this to your edge, your depth, your opening deep on the left side. For one more breath. Nice and gentle. Walk yourself all the way back. Good. And once you get to child's pose, big inhale here. On your exhale, take it over to the left. Same thing, walking to the left, right hand plants on top of the left hand, or walking off of the mat all the way around as far as you need to get deep into the right side body to create space in the spine. Stay low in the forward fold as you create this reach. So if you're reaching to the side and upper body starts to lift, bring yourself back down. Maybe that means walking your hands back a little bit more. For one more breath. Nice. Gently, we walk ourselves all the way back through center, right where we started in this child's pose. From this shape, start to bring your hands into prayer. So palms together, extend the arms, elbows ground on the mat. We're going to bring our hands to the back of our neck. Let's drill that inhale, extend. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, we reach. Exhale, bend. You'll feel this in your shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Last time, inhale, we extend. Exhale, bend the elbows, hands behind your head, and hold. Pause. Maybe you walk your elbows a little bit forward, inch them forward so you can ground the forehead. We'll take one more deep breath. Exhale. Nice. Send the arms long, palms plant from this child's pose. We're going to move into some big hip circles. So hands stay planted. We're going to start by sweeping the right hips all the way over to the right side. And then hips are going to land at the wrists. We're going to stay with this side. Hips go over to the right, melting the legs, the hips down to the heels. Stay with the right. Hips sway out. Nice. We'll bring it all the way back into that child's pose. So it's like a half hip circle here. Hips swing all the way out. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Send the hips out to the right. Inhale, hips down by the wrists. Exhale, hips out to the right again. Child's pose is where we meet. We're going to take that same thing to the left. Hips go all the way out to the left side, and then we drop the hips by the wrists. Send it all the way back, meeting in child's pose around the spine. Same thing on the left. Exhale, hips all the way out. Inhale. Exhale, send it back. Come out the same way you came in, hips over to the left. Let's do 2 more here. Each time, can you create a little bit more space? Get a little bit deeper. Nice. From this last child's pose, let's rise up into our tabletop. Moving into cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, the heart, squeeze the shoulder blades behind you, gaze comes up for cow pose. On your exhale, tuck the tailbone, round the spine, engage the core, push the mat away, gaze comes down, cat. Inhale, cow, open into the heart, the front line of your body. Exhale, cat, we round, dome the shoulders. Move with your breath. Inhales to open the heart. Exhales to round the spine. Take a few of these cat-cows at your own pace, moving with your breath. Know that you can bring in any intuitive movement. Sometimes I like to shift my hips forward and back here as I round. Maybe you come back to that side to side, wiggling the hips, opening deeper into the side bodies. Just move intuitively into this cat-cow. Notice where you might need that extra little bit of opening in the spine, the hips, the heart, the shoulders, and use this little bit of movement to lean into those spaces. There's no right or wrong as long as you're creating space in your body. Nice. We'll take 3 more breaths here. From tabletop, bring it back into your neutral spine. So core pulls in tight. We're going to tuck our toes, send our hips high into downward facing dog. Hips go up and back. First downward dog of class, of practice, maybe of your day. So take a moment to move intuitively into this shape. You can bend the knees, lift and lower the heels, sway the hips side to side. You're opening into the hamstring, the hips, the calves, the heels. So move intuitively to create space. I like to pulse my chest back to my legs. That helps to really light up the hamstrings right away. For 1 more breath. Good. Now from here, we're going to move into spinal waves. If you've never done spinal waves before, you might want to watch this first round. Know that it'll feel a little bit clunky in your body if you're not used to this movement, but the more you do it, the easier it gets, the better it will feel. So for spinal waves, we're going to start from our feet and roll through the entire body all the way up to our head. So start by lifting the heels, coming really, really high on the tippy toes. Tuck the tailbone under so you're engaging the cord around the low back. And then we're going to roll. Think cat pose. As you round the spine, roll forward, dome the shoulders. Hips drop down to your wrists. Toes stay tucked. I want you to think up dog. So it's modified while you're up on your toes. Legs are hovering. Here we inhale and open the heart. Bend the knees to send the hips up and back into your downward facing dog. And we'll roll through the spine. Lift the heels high on the tippy toes. Engage the core to round the spine. Rolling all the way up to the shoulders. Then lower the hips. Open the heart. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. Send it back. Downward facing dog. Inhale to set it up. Exhale to lift, to round through the spine. Nice. We'll move at our own pace. Cycle through these spinal waves. Opening into the entirety of your body. Let's do 2 more. Really exaggerate the round to create that space. Last time, hips go up and back, downward facing dog. We roll through the spine. Nice. Once you find this modified up dog, we're going to pause, stay right here. Keeping the hips lifted, still high on the back toes. Just wiggle the hips side to side. Little sway side to side, or lift and lower with the wiggle in the hips, opening into the low back. Nice. You can swing the hips to left wrist, right wrist if that feels good for 1 more breath. Good. Then we're going to lower the thighs, untuck the toes. You can stay lifted here, or if it feels good, you can come down to your forearms if your wrists need a little bit of a break. Wherever you are, proud chest, opening in the heart. We're going to drop the chin to our chest, right ear, right shoulder. Chin to chest, left ear, left shoulder. Take a few half circles here, rolling out the neck. The neck is an extension of our spine, so giving it a little bit of love. 1 more round. Over to the left. Nice. Then bring it down through center. Chin to chest. Lift the head. If you are up on your palms, bring it down to the forearms. We'll meet in Sphinx pose. I want you to think thread the needle for this next shape. So we're going to take our right palm, our right hand, arm, and thread it underneath our body. Ground the shoulder. You can stay right here with your left palm lifted, 90-degree bend in your elbow, or I like to release my arm so my upper body folds on top of my right arm. Left arm can reach forward and ground the forehead, or you can bend the left elbow and bring your hand back as a little headrest. Keep the right palm facing up to the sky. Just take a few deep breaths here. Slowly we'll come out the same way we came in. So left hand plants underneath the shoulder. Gently ease up off of the right arm to release it. We're going to tee the right arm out and ground the right palm down, moving into broken wing. So right palm is facing down. Bend the left knee. Roll onto your left side. Left foot will plant behind you. Left hand can stay planted. You can take a half bind, left hand behind your low back. Let the head ground on the mat and just rest into this shape. This is a counter stretch. For that last big shoulder stretch we just did, we're also opening deep into the heart. Know that the more you roll onto your right side, the more weight you send behind you, the more sensation you'll feel here. So you're in control of how deep you want to take this pose. For one more breath. Gently begin to unwind. Come out the same way you came in. Lower down onto your belly. Legs go long. We're just going to switch that same series out. So, lifting the left arm. We're going to thread it underneath our body. Shoulder grounds, palm faces up. From here, you can stay lifted. If you feel good here, if you want a little bit more, you can let the upper body rest, fold over the left arm. Maybe right arm goes long, forehead grounds. Or you can bend the right elbow to rest the head. Come back to those breaths. Deep inhales, long exhales. Gently start to ease yourself up. Right hand plants underneath the right shoulder. Lift the chest. Take this left arm counter stretch. We're going to tee it out. Left arm extends to the left, palm faces down. And then we're going to bend our right knee, heel into seat. Roll onto your left side. Right foot will plant anywhere behind you. Same option. Right hand stays right here. Or you can half bind right hand to your low back. Again, on this side note, the more you send your weight behind you, so the more you roll to the left side, the more sensation you feel in that left shoulder. One more breath here. Gently begin to roll back onto your belly. Legs go long. We're going to ease ourselves up into a tabletop and make our way into a wide leg forward fold. So I like to turn so that I'm facing either side of my mat. That way, when you widen out the legs, your heels can stay cushioned. We're going to move into a wide leg forward fold, but I don't want you to open up 100%. So don't take this right away to your depth. Take it about 90% so that you're hitting almost your edge, but you have wiggle room. So we're going to move in this shape. So for more activation, you can flex the heels, pull the toes back to you. That really lights up the hamstrings. But if you're already feeling it and you're like, Emmy, no more, that's good, you can just relax the feet, right? So from here, big inhale. Inhale to lengthen through the spine, up, out of the crown of the head. And on your exhale, begin to hinge forward. You're going to walk yourself forward, but pause when you get to about 50%. So we're hinging forward. We're on our fingertips. You can plant the palms. I like fingertips because I feel like it just takes the weight out of the wrists, out of the hands, and just gives me a little bit less of an anchor so that I can move freely here. You'll see what I mean. So from this hinging forward, I want you to think cat-cow. Inhale, pull the heart through, squeeze the shoulder blades behind you, dropping the belly forward, gaze can come up. Exhale, cat, round the spine. Separate the shoulders, tuck the tailbone, core in tight, gaze down. With the breath, inhale, cow pose, lean forward, open the heart. Exhale, cat, we round. Nice. Few more here with our breath. Inhale. Exhale. I know a lot's happening here. Inhale. You're feeling all that sensation in the hips and trying to move into the spine. Just go with it. Take it as much as you can, as much as your body will allow. Each inhale, can you shift a little forward, open the heart a little more? Each exhale, can you round, engage the core? Nice. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Good. So we opened forward and back. Now we're going to do some side to side. Lots of options here. So you can walk the hands out again, side to side, just sway. Another option is the little semicircles. So dropping the heart down through center as you sway side to side. Another option would be full circles, getting full range, maybe even little figure eights. So really just move intuitively here, moving the spine in every little direction that it's going to go. You'll create space deep into the body, opening between each vertebra. I know it feels a little bit weird to move without inhibition in this way, to move so freely. That's why this class is called Liquid Spine. We're bringing in space. We're opening up. For one more breath. Good. Next inhale, bring it back up through center. And on your exhale, we're going to fold into our depth. So hands walk all the way down. Ground as much as you can. You can ground the forehead, the arms. Maybe you're just up on your forearms. That's perfectly okay. If you're here, try to ground your forehead. So you can stack fists, palms, maybe bring in a pillow, a bolster, a block to give you a little bit more height so that you can really melt forward. And I say ground your forehead, ground the body as much as you can, because the more comfortable you are in not only this shape, but in any Deep hold, deep stretch. The more comfortable you are, the easier it is for your body to settle in, to soften. If you're comfortable, you're relaxed, the body will open up faster, create space faster, create depth faster. So don't be afraid to bring in props to assist your practice, because that's only going to elevate it. It's only going to make you go deeper, faster in these shapes. Let's take 3 more deep breaths here. Nice work, y'all. Gently, slowly inch the hands all the way back to lift the upper body. Oof. We're going to move into a butterfly shape. So help the legs together. I know that was a big stretch. Face whichever direction. I'm just going to turn to face the front of my mat here. Bringing soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Hands on your ankles to help create that big long spine. Big inhale. And then fold, hinge forward. As you fold, bring your hands to grip your feet together. That helps pull the upper body forward. Elbows can come to the shins to help push the knees out. Hinge, hinge, hinge forward, and just find a sway side to side. Feel the release in the low back as you hinge forward. You're pulling yourself forward, using your hands on your feet, and then you're rocking side to side. One more breath. Gently start to ease yourself out. We're going to move into a half pigeon. So starting with the right side, make your way from half pigeon. You can take this from down dog if you need it. We'll start by grounding the shin at the top of the mat. Swing that left leg behind you. Left leg goes long. Big inhale to lengthen through the spine. Proud pigeon, proud chest. On your exhale, we're going to walk ourselves forward just like we did in wide leg forward fold. Fingertips, pause when you get to 50%. Same thing here. I want you to bring in that intuitive movement. Yogi's choice. It can be the cat-cow, maybe even those spinal waves we did in our downward facing dog at the beginning of class. Maybe the side to side, semicircles, full circles, figure 8. There's no right or wrong. You're just opening deep into the spine, and you'll notice you're opening into the shoulders, into the hips as you move. You're feeling those different angles of sensation all throughout your body. Might look a little bit funky, might feel a little bit exorcisty, but we're moving without the inhibition. We're releasing expectation and moving freely in our body, tapping into its innate liquid nature. For one more breath. Nice. On your next inhale, bring it back through center. Exhale, hinge forward, fold into stillness. Walking yourself down as far as you need. Same thing. Grounding the forehead on the palms, the fists, the arms. Walking down to your forearms or your arms, maybe bringing in props to help you get as comfortable as you possibly can in this shape. Invite those deep breaths here. And start to bring your awareness into your body. Notice where you can soften to help take yourself deeper. So just notice where you're holding onto that resistance. A lot of times in this shape, our attention goes to our outer right hip because that's the area that's starting to talk to us a lot. That's the area where we're intentionally working. But just notice anywhere else. What are you doing with your back leg? Notice your left foot. Is it flexed? Can you soften through the left foot? Relax the left leg. Relaxing across the spine, unshrug the shoulders. Let the arms be heavy. Soften the back of the neck. Unclench the jaw, unfurrow the brow. And notice how finding that softness, that comfort amongst the discomfort of this deep stretch helps you to open up faster, helps you to surrender to the sensation. 2 more deep breaths here. And then gently begin to lift. Ease yourself all the way up out of this shape. Weight in the right hip so we can swing this left leg around. Plant both the feet. Little counter stretch. Just sway the knees side to side. We'll take that on the other side. Half pigeon on the left. Ground the left shin. Send this right leg long. Again, if you need to, know that you're more than welcome to take this from a downward facing dog. Inhale to lengthen through the spine. And on your exhale, begin to hinge forward. Pausing at 50%. Bring in that funky movement. Cat-cows, spinal waves. Side to side, semicircles, full circles, figure 8. The choice is yours. Take what is the most freeing in your body. So what I mean by that, the most freeing in your spine, what helps you to move freely and create the most space, the most rewarding bit of movement here for you. Everyone's is going to be different. I really like spinal waves in this shape, but I know a lot of my yogis like semicircles. Good. Let it be funky. There's no right or wrong. Three more breaths. Every little movement, opening you up deeper. And then on your next inhale, bring it back through center. Exhale, we start to hinge forward. Coming down to the forearms, to the palms. Resting the forehead, bringing in your props. Getting as comfortable as you can, adjusting as you need. And just like we did on the other side, we're going to take that full body scan to release. So starting from the back leg, from our tippy toes, working all the way up to the crown of our head. Relax the right foot. Softening through the right leg. Breathing through the sensation you feel in the hips. Get heavy across the spine. Relax the shoulders. Notice if you're shrugging the shoulders up to the ears, can you soften a little bit? Let them relax. Arms are heavy and soft. Relax the back of the neck. Let the head be heavy and clench the jaw. Maybe you even close your eyes here to help drop into the surrender. One more deep breath here. And then gently begin to ease yourself up and out. Walk the hands back, lift the upper body. We're going to swing that right leg around to the top of the mat. Again, plant both the feet. Ooh. Start a windshield wiper. The knees to counter stretch, to release that big hip opening. From here, we lower all the way down to our backs. Bring both knees into the chest. Give them a big hug, big squeeze. Send the left leg long down the mat, right knee into your heart. Big inhale here. On your exhale, supine twist. Guide the knee across the body. Tee the right arm out. Shoulders grounded. Gaze follows the right hand. Taking a few deep breaths here in this shape. Let yourself relax. I've said this before in my other classes, but I love finishing my classes with these deep, long, juicy spinal twists, especially today's class when we've been working the spine in all different directions, because twists are the most effective way to realign the spine, therefore realigning the body. And that's so important, especially after a whole class working the spine in every different direction. Next inhale, we bring it back through center, switch it out. Right leg goes long, left knee into chest. Give it a big, big squeeze. Inhale. And on your exhale, supine twist, guide the knee to the right. Tee the left arm out. So bringing our body back into alignment here with these deep spinal twists is so powerful, because what happens in our physical space happens in our mental, our physical, what happens in our mental, our spiritual, our emotional space. So as we realign physically, know that you're coming back to your center, not only in your body, but also in your mind, in your spirit, in your being, coming back into alignment, aligning with your purpose, with your passions, your intentions. One more deep breath. Then gently come back through center. Both knees come into your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. And on your exhale, send it long. Legs down the mat, arms at rest by your sides. Coming into your final surrender, your final resting shape. We'll take one more deep breath here. Big inhale, fill the belly for 4, 3, 2, hold at the top. Big exhale, release, sigh it out. Shavasana. Know that you can stay here for as long as you'd like, as long as you need in this shape, in this meditation, in this rest. But if you're ready to come back to your body, start to invite deeper inhales, deeper exhales. Start to invite gentle movement, wiggle your toes, your fingers. When you're ready to move, come out the same way we came in. Bring the knees back into the chest. Give yourself a gentle hug. Then rock to your right or left side for fetal pose. Keep the bend in the knees, using the arm as a pillow. And when you're ready, gently easing back up into a seat, facing whichever direction you land. We'll take one more deep breath together. Big inhale, circle, sweep your arms overhead. Bring in all the energy you brought, you created. Palms meet overhead. Exhale, guide your hands down to heart center. Take it all in. Receive it. The light, the love, the truth in me sees, honors, and is the same as the light, the love, the truth in each and every one of you. Connect your thumbs to your third eye center as we bow with gratitude, saying namaste. Thanks so much, yogis. Thanks so much for practicing with me today. Hope you feel amazing in your body, nice and liquid and fluid and mobile in your spine. I'll see y'all next time on the mat. Mwah.